My new handphone was ringing. It was a it was a bright sunny day and I was in our local shopping center with my friend Charmaine Chua. We were going to have a snack before going to the library. I dug into my bag and fished out my phone. The screen had lit up. I saw my home phone number flashing at me. How I wish I hadn't answered the call because my whole life changed in that moment. And I have to warn you, what you are going to read is true. I am John Tan and I am just like you. The last thing I expected was anything terrifying to happen to me. I held the phone to my ear. My mother's voice was very clear. John, I want to see you. Yes, Mom, I said, surprised she was calling me from home. She told me she was going out. I want you to take bus 037 and ride to the end, she told me. I will meet you there. I frowned. Where does bus 037 go? I had never heard of it. My mother sounded angry. John, just do as I say. Take bus 037 and go to the end. There was a click. Mom had hung up. For a moment I just stared at the screen. Then I switched off the phone and turned to my friend Charmaine. She is 12, the same age as me. Mom wants to see me now, I explained. Charmaine looked disappointed. But John, we were going to the library. We have to get those books for school. I know, I sighed, but it must be important for Mom to ring me like that. Then I brightened. Charmaine, why don't you come along too? Once I have seen Mom, we can go back. We can come back. Charmaine shrugged. Okay, where is your mom? She's waiting for us, I told her as we walked outside. We have to catch the bus 037. So we went down where all the buses put in. I looked up at the sign. That's funny, my voice had a funny hollow sound. There is no such bus. Charmaine looked too. She is very sensible. That's why we got on so well. I'm the same. Very matter of fact, well, most of the time, except I believe in ghosts and Charmaine doesn't. Maybe your mom got the number wrong. Charmaine raised an eyebrow. Or maybe she's just pulling your leg. No, I shook my head. Mom is always very particular about things like bus numbers. Just then a bus drove in. Look, Charmaine jabbed me with her elbow. I saw the route number 037. Nobody else was getting aboard, so we raced across before it left. To the end, I told the driver. We paid our fares and walked to the back. We always go to the back of the bus. There is more room. The doors swung shut and the empty bus drove off. It headed along the main road away from the shopping center. Why don't you just check in with your mom? Charmaine suggested, just in case you got the number wrong. Good idea, but when I got home, nobody answered. I think she must be on her way there too, I told Charmaine. And Mom doesn't have a handphone, so I can't call her. It's so funny, I couldn't live without a handphone. So how do adults manage it? The bus drove past some houses and a park. Soon it had turned down a road we had never seen before. Where does this go? Charmaine wondered. I gazed out the window. The narrow road was hemmed with the tall trees and thick bushes. Their shadows darkened its surface. It reminded me of being in the tunnel. I haven't a clue where we are. Before I could stop myself, I gave a strange little shiver. The monotonous rumble of the engine was making me drowsy. Suddenly, without warning, the bus jerked to a stop. "This is the end," thought the driver. Charmaine and I looked at each other. "Are you sure?" she demanded. "This is the end," repeated the driver. We stepped down onto the road. It was a dead end, but the bus had already started turning around. "Where's Mom?" I looked around in a panic. "I can't see her anywhere." "Maybe we got here before she did," Shamin said. The bus drove off and we were wrapped in a strange silence. Nothing had made a sound, not a bird, not an insect. It wasn't sunny anymore. Dark clouds were massing overhead, and then Charmaine gasped. She pointed to a little gate set in a wall behind the trees. We went over to it. I pushed it open, and we stepped through. Suddenly my heart almost stopped. Headstones and tombs surrounded us. Long grasses whispered against our legs. The air was chill. The gate was the back gate of a cemetery. There was no sign of my mother. My horrors had just begun.